The National Weather Service is out surveying damage, warning it could take days. The videos you're seeing now are from citizen journalists sent into our Now Local News app of the tornadoes from yesterday. The National Weather Service confirms one EF-3 tornado started in Lincoln.
Yeah, the survey process will take some time. They'll come back later this evening. We'll get together and try to get some more details on the damage path. But this is sort of a multi-day survey event. It'll continue tomorrow and probably even into Monday.
The storm damage is no joke. This video sent in by citizen journalist Kirsten on our Now Local News app shows just a portion of the damage the state is seeing. And tonight, lives are forever changed in Elkhorn after a tornado outbreak. The city will need weeks, if not months, to recover from the powerful storms. Channel 8's Annie Elming has one family's chilling account of the nightmare that unfolded.
This behind me is one of the homes in Elkhorn that is practically unrecognizable. James Dennis used one word to describe the scene after emerging from taking cover. Nothing. There was nothing.
And the weird thing about it is, as you round the corner to go up your stairwell, you're looking at the sky. And you're saying, there's no roof there. There's no house up there. I'm about to go upstairs, I'm clearing a path. There's at least no roof there. So as I get upstairs, I look around and there's no house here. I'm home, but I'm homeless.
Today, the Stennis family picks up what is left of their home. The front marked with a C, letting rescuers know the home is clear. Stennis says he'll never forget the moment the tornado hit.
It sounds like a cliche because you hear everybody say, sounds like a freight train. It sounded like that, but along with that sound, you could hear the walls and the devastation taking place upstairs. It was just awe-inspiring. It was just a mind-boggling sound, because what you was hearing, it wasn't thunder. It was walls and devastation happening right above us.
Now, with the help of volunteers, James and his wife search through the debris for mementos of life that will never be the same.
Action was everything that I'm looking at, I had put hands on at some point in time. So everything means something to me. So if I pick it up, where do I put it?
Stennis tells me his family is offering support in this tough time, becoming emotional talking about his aunt, among the first to show up as the long road to recovery and rebuilding begins.
Leave it up to my aunt. You're going to make me cry. And so that's the first emotions that, prior to that, I was just numb. You just numb. You just numb at the enormity of it. You just numb to it. And you just say, okay, let's get started. Let's get started. I like to think I'm Cornhusker strong.
And that is evident everywhere you look here in Elkhorn, the community coming together to do anything for their neighbor or a complete stranger. Reporting in Elkhorn, Annie Elming, Channel 8 News.
Reporter Annie posted updates throughout the day on our Now Local News app. To stay up to date on the latest news, you can download our Now Local News app by scanning the QR code on your screen. Krishna Penmesta was sheltering in a locker room at Elkhorn North, unaware of the damage to his home until stepping foot back on his street.
I was devastated, obviously, but then, it was sad to see, and I saw some of my neighbors helping, thank you to that, and then I just kind of started to help, but it was very sad to see this happen.
And we're posting all of the information on how you can help on the links we mentioned tab on klkntv.com. And with sunlight this morning, we got our first look at the true extent of the damage along with state officials. Senator Pete Ricketts posting this on X. Nebraskans are resilient. Tornado damage being repaired the next morning. American flag flying. We will all rebuild together. Pillen is praising the strength of people in the state.
I think the Weather Service said there were over 80 events across the state. I know of some folks in Greeley County, and so there were cells that did damage everywhere across the state. And so if we keep everybody across the state in our prayers and just make sure we get through these next 24 hours being safe.
More incredible footage from citizen journalist Kevin of the tornadoes yesterday on our Now Local News app. Work is still being done across the area to clean up the storm damage, and crews will be out there at least through the weekend, if not longer. And tonight we're hearing the firsthand terrifying moments from the tornado outbreak. One of the men is telling us his story of being trapped inside this industrial building, captured here on our Now Local News app.
The power shuts off, and then like 2 or 3 minutes after that, the air pressure changes completely, and you can feel it in your ears and stuff.
A nightmare comes true. 70 people hunkering down while an EF-3 tornado rips through Garner Industries on Highway 6 between Lincoln and Waverly. Nate Hutchison says it was just before 3 when his supervisor told him it was time to take shelter. From there, it was only a matter of minutes.
You hear just things are shaking and stuff, and so like I got up against the wall opposite from the door, and I crouched down and like huddled or whatever, and everything just immediately came down on top of us, just like instantly.
Hutchison tells me pieces of the ceiling just barely missed his head as they toppled down, and all that was going through his head was a plea for his life.
There's nothing I can do right now except like literally pray to God that like I don't die, because I'm not in control of anything at this point. Like it's just literally hopefully I just don't get crushed.
Some of his coworkers weren't as lucky. Officials say 3 people have injuries, none of them life-threatening. Hutchison had to call 911.
The one that seemed the scariest, like the dude's face was like covered in blood, but like he was up and moving around.
Hutchison's windshield was destroyed by debris, but he managed to make it back home safe and sound to his wife and newborn daughter. And one day later, he's got the same t-shirt on that he wore as he survived a tornado, which holds a new meaning to him now.
This is a band called Rufus Du Sol, and they have a song called At Least I'm Alive. And I thought that was just fantastic, because like sitting there praying for God to save my life, and then I'm just here untouched, like I'm fine physically, like I did not get hurt.
Garner Industries sits in disarray tonight, with crews closing off all roads leading to the building as they work to clear the debris. And this video you see here was taken by citizen journalist Ryan, who sent it into our Now Local News app, of the Waverly area tornado that caused the damage to the Garner building. Omaha's Epley Airport is back open now after a tornado touched down there last night, although they are facing delays.
Okay, everybody, go.
The video you can see here was sent in by citizen journalist Tucker, who was at the airport as the tornado was touching down. It did cause some damage, mostly to hangar buildings. Again, the airport is back open with just a couple of delays. And the Lincoln Airport is offering assistance, saying, quote, "Devastating is an understatement for our friends up the road. Let us know how we can help." And speaking of helping, Husker Nation is joining the cause of Nebraskans helping Nebraskans. Proceeds from sales of this shirt will go directly to the Red Cross to assist in local relief efforts. It reads, "We'll all stick together in all kinds of weather." You can find where to purchase these shirts on the links we mentioned page on our website at klkntv.com.